This one's good from the side. Because what I want to see in this is a lot of knee flexion. I want a lot of hamstring to calf action. So if we elevate the heel, it gives us an easier opportunity to sit down that way. So I really want to work on end range knee flexion. You can see probably better from this side, but while you're going forward this way, we're going to get a really big stretch through the psoas, the high hip flexors, and a little bit even of the adductor, the groin on the back leg. So be mindful of that. You don't want to strain that. Only go that'll be a similar sensation to the bottom. If you look at a strider, right there, you're getting that same pull when you're dropping the hips and lifting the chest. You'll find that same sensation there, while we really work on driving forward here, covering the calf with the hamstring. A lot of knee flexion here, loaded knee flexion. So we only go as low as we can, pain-free. Here as the joint we're in consideration of, here as in the tissues under the greatest stretch.
Okay.
So be mindful of those two things. If that means when we come down, we only go to here, that's fine. We don't have to go all the way to the bottom. But the intent is to go down and forward, up and back. Almost like you're pushing on a single leg press. And the ground is the platform you're pushing against. Push the floor away, up and back, down and forward, up and back. Okay. Again, just take less range there if that's feeling a little too intense.
Got it.
And again, I'll have you try on this just to get the sensation of it. But the plate works 80% the same. It doesn't have the nice same contour to elevate the whole foot equally, but it's elevating the heel. That's the most important part. You'll still be able to drive down and create that pattern just the same. Key consideration with the trunk, the core, is make sure that we don't back bend and open the core in the front. Ribs down, abs tight, keep that braced Jenga column when you come forward. So this angle of the torso matches the angle of the front shin. So your body will be moving like so. Yeah. Just test it out, say give me like 5 to 10 on each leg just to feel the pattern and move the tissues through the range. Yep. Just more. Yes. Yeah. Let that torso come forward like you're looking over the cliff edge in front of your left toes as you come forward. Yeah, there you go. That was perfect, that angle match, torso and front shin as you came down. Yeah. And you'll feel, especially as that left knee starts to travel forward more in the bottom and we get more hamstring on the calf, you'll really be able to load the bottom part of the quad there, the distal aspect of the quads, which is those muscles that are really responsible for creating good, strong knee stability. But then the deeper down and forward you get there, the more stretch you're going to get on that back hip flexor.
And up, and what was my depth?
As far as
The knee.
like, how was it? As in, like, how good was it, or
no? Like how far?
There's more. There's more. It was good. It was great.
I moving forward? Was my knee over my?
I would say about vertical stacked.
Okay, so it's not.
Which is fine, but over time, especially as the back hip opens up more, you'll be able to get down and forward further. And it's just going from here to really letting yourself smush forward and drive that knee forward as the hips drive down. But if you're limited here, it'll be tougher to sit your hips all the way down, trying to touch your right butt cheek to the ground, essentially. That's going to be more to there you felt that. You softened into that a little deeper in the front. Really let that front hip shift forward into the front knee. Better, yeah, now you're about an inch or so over the toes. So you're really starting to feel that progress change in the range of motion. Yep. Now, everything the same. Pull this up and in. And don't let yourself lean as far forward. Push the hips forward more than the shoulders, yeah, without letting go of the core. That looks great. Big stretch, great exercise, single leg. Since we're doing this workout too, actually designed to be a unilateral workout, so we're gonna go single arm all the way through. Everything's gonna be one side. set 2, set 3, set 4. Next one, single arm row, and then single arm floor press. We're gonna go 35.
So 30 seconds on, same thing.
You got it.
Of right knee forward.
You got it.
And
Yep.
then next round will be left leg forward.
Yep. Yep. You got it. And for this whole circuit, we'll go right arm,
Got it.
right arm, left arm, and then core is the only one. It's unilateral, but it's alternating. So lighter one to start, just to feel it out. We'll move up to that, and for that one, we're gonna load with a weight as well. So yeah. Over time, it could be a 5-pounder a day and a 50-pounder in the future, but we do want to progressively load that one. And you'll notice that load in the front allows you to sit down and forward more, creates more compression, gets you deeper into that range of motion. Okay, this guy's single arm row, nothing fancy here. Hip hinge, shoulders stay above the hips.
Yep.
Low back always has a nice little arch in it. I imagine that I have a bell in both hands so I don't get that asymmetry in the core, which means I'm going to have to really stabilize this way. That's the whole game of the unilateral side. Core for free. Just a single arm row. Notice a little bit of external rotation. Opening of the palm as I come up. Shoulder down and back away from the ear. Long space here. Don't kink back. Look down. You got the broom handle across the spine. That little bit of rotation. Elbows grazing towards my hip pocket. Don't let the chest drop. Either like here or here. This also helps cue you here, but it feels a little bit better to get that tactile sensation up close to the arm, encouraging it to go back. Yep. Everything's good. Focus a little less on rotating the wrist and more about pulling the scap into the spine. There you go. Yeah, just that little bit. Perfect adjustment. Find that. Yeah, focusing on that upper back. It's just a single arm sternum row, you know? But if you imagine you had that towel and you were pulling it apart, your hand's finishing pretty close to that same spot as the sternum row. You go ahead and hit another set on the left. Look good. You're focusing your attention on these muscles and this landmark, elbow to hip. Graze the elbow down to the hip as you pull the arm back and activate these muscles to do that. That downward initiation of the elbow towards the hips will help keep it a little more laddie. Yeah. Down and back on, yeah. There you go. Now we're in here. Instead of so much up here, now we're here. Yes. Feel that difference? Just using a little bit bigger part, more of the lat, bigger part of the back. Chin tucks, long neck, broom handle across the spine. There you go. Good. Okay, next one is I want to say it's single arm floor press. Let me just check to make sure. Do so. And then we've got the high plank as well. Cool. Okay. So this one, just mimicking that one exactly, except push versus pull. Okay, one at a time. Okay, if you want to add to this, the progression for core would be to go opposite leg. Add a dead bug for the 30 seconds. Okay, and straighten the legs. Make it more difficult.
Okay, but for now I'm just...
That's all extra credit. Yeah, just single arm push one side. Next set, you would go all 30 seconds on the other side.
Is there I'm always a little bit unsure of
I like
in
to use the
between.
reference point of 45 degrees.
45.
Yeah. You're right at that in-between angle. What happens if we bring the arm up here to 90? Now we're pushing more with the anterior delt.
Yeah.
What happens if we bring it down to 0? Now we're pushing more with the tricep.
Okay.
So this is that close grip push-up tricep variation.
Yep.
This is more of a guillotine press, as they call it. Works the fibers and the clavicular fibers of the pec and a little bit more anterior delt. And then in between is, if you look at the lines of the pecs, they run like this.
Yep.
So if your angle is in alignment with those pec fibers, you're going to get the best stretch across the line of pull. So the long answer to what your question was is they all are variations. What are you trying to target? Your upper fibers, your tricep, or the majority of your pec? In our case, we just want a blanket, general, full stimulus that's the safest and most joint friendly. This is the one. Immaculate. Try the dead bug if you want. Totally up to you. You don't have to start with that. Just give it a few reps on each side. Alec messaged back, he said, I'm really interested. I've been calling in working with athletes. He's the one I know who played football, former football player.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, great coach. And he just had a kid like 9 months ago. He's doing a great job as a dad. I'm really proud of him. So he definitely wants to get involved more with youth.
Where's he live?
Boys, yeah. You want me to give him yours as well, if you want to reach out?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it would be really good for him too. He's calling in more of that father energy role model figure so he can be a better dad. Okay, last one, high plank, lateral drag. I can't remember if this is the one you did do. Okay, yeah. Biggest thing here is keeping the hips totally locked down. The wider we get with the legs, the easier that's going to make it. But the two things that we want to avoid are shifting the weight and rotating the pelvis, or as we get tired, going into a down dog to offload the core, because this is easier and I can put the weight in my shoulders and not have to worry about engaging my core muscles. So we want to stay dog pooped, posterior tilt in the glutes, full activation. So I'm not only tilting my glutes down this way and activating maximus, the glute maximus, but I'm actually stiffening and driving my legs out to engage glute minimus, and that really locks in the side to side stability, so I resist the rotation of the pelvis. Okay, and this one you'll just alternate for 30 seconds back. Stellar, bro. Fantastic. Yep. There we go, yeah. Even better. Can we resist rotation even more? Perfect. Yep. That's good enough for me. I like it. Okay, we're just going to roll through from the top 2 rounds through. What do you think about the weight there? Do you want to try that for the row and the press? And then we potentially do that for the drag too?
I would say this for the drag.
Okay.
The row and press. Yeah, I should be able to do this.
That's what I
I'm
figured.
my failure was not in here.
Go back.
It's just
Transverse abdominals.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling it more in in holding this area.
Yep. And we're coming for that too. That area, we get that strong, everything else gets better. So
Yeah.
we'll push you more, but it's gonna take a hammer in the beginning. 10 pounds for the split squat.
Sure.
Holding the weight. What do you think? Does that sound about right?
I mean, I get just with joint flexibility, hips opening, I think we can't go too low
Yeah.
to start.
Yeah, day one, dude. Okay, I'm gonna time you and we're gonna roll through 2 rounds of the circuit. Start to finish.
And then does it matter?
No, totally up to you.
You just want weight here.
Yeah, I recommend turning the handle out this way more so when you bring it in, because when it gets bigger, you're holding the 53 for a goblet and it's like fucking hit me in the face. Handles more
Okay,
obtrusive.
so I'm starting with
Split squat,
no.
right leg.
Everything's right.
Yep, yep. Yep. Right side, right side, right side,
Right
alternating for the plank.
Right side. Alternating. Let's just go back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. 30 on, 30 off. Climbing for everything. That's pretty good. Keep the chest up just a bit more as you run the bottom. That belly in tight. Yep, there you go. Good. Now each rep 1 more millimeter forward with that front knee. See where that end range is. Yep, nice. 10 seconds left. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Stellar. Good one. And then we got the row. We're gonna have narrow stance on this one. Narrow stance, bell outside the. Yep. 2, 1, go. Yep. 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 Good. Good. Right elbow tip drives to that right hip pocket. This is looking great, bro. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, press. Then you on your back, single arm press, right arm. Seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yep. Perfect, good angles. Looks nice, man. Four, 3, 2, 1, rest. High plank lateral drag, finish this off. This workout as well is not as intense as the first and the third, those two, so I figured you'd have a little bit better recovery. Hard one, medium one, and a hard one, 10 seconds. Or at least more conditioning for the first and the third. 3, 2, 1, go. They're challenging in different ways, but this one's more of the slow strength core stability. The other two are more the ballistic swing, clean, push press, pull catch. I think you're gonna like workout 3 of those. Good job on the hips, man. Really driving those legs out. 2, 1. Oh, sorry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, we got 60 on, and then we go back to the top. What do you think about that split squat? Stay there with the 13 or go up one more bell?
Well, the split squat, it's not about strength.
Yeah, just play it.
It's getting my joints used to the range of motion.
Yep, let's stick with that.
So
10 seconds. Oh, sorry, no, we got another 30 seconds after this.
this was pretty light
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing with this one. You'll be able to do up on the chest press for sure.
on the chest press and the
row.
row. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
focusing more on form. And
I was
stuff.
gonna say you'll be limited more by the row on the back and the core than you will on the upper body strength.
Well, moving my feet in
Yeah.
really put it more here, and it took it out of here, which was weird.
Correct. Not weird.
So then I was like,
Biomechanics.
oh, this is totally
Yeah, feels way better.
Yeah.
Because here you're not able to booty pop as much because your hips are adducted. 3, 2, left
Oh
foot.
shoot.
You're good. And go. We'll just do it 3 seconds. So let's rest on this round. That's the nice thing is like if you're off on your intervals a little bit, like you know it's 30 on, 30 off. You've got a few seconds on either side of it. You know, it's just easy. Easy just to rinse and repeat this whole cycle. Yeah. Keep working on it just like that, bro. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Good. Just rest. Oh, excuse me, rub, sorry. Left arm for these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Legs. Good, but that looks a lot easier. Three, 2, 1, rest. Stellar, bro. Really good. Time to launch. 3, 2, 1, go. Two, 1, rest. Point drag. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Two, 1, rest. Okay, finish your stretches for that workout. Essentially, one workout or one stretch is the 90-90 for the glutes. This one's for the quads, and then the other one on day 3 is for the hamstring. Okay, we're just trying to get the heel closer to the butt back here as we work on scooping the pelvis underneath. Activate that glute, pull the belly button in, drive that hip forward as I'm almost trying to lean back more. And that's going to fire up this stretch on the back leg quad. Okay, the same idea of 2 minutes, kind of squeeze into it, back out of it, squeeze into it, back out of it a little bit. and that right leg's going to come out in front, foot in front of you on the right. There you go. Yep. Now you'll be able to use that right leg as an anchor to help stand you up more tall. Yeah. And now to increase the tension on the stretch is just squeezing that left glute. Yeah. Now,
Cramping all over.
back of the hamstring.
And this
Oh, yeah,
over
yeah.
here is cramping.
Yeah.
And then this doesn't want to release.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's a big stretch there. That's the game here. Is what we're gonna do is give it a little instigation to release. What we do is this is a pails and rails, an isometric contraction on both sides of the joint that we're working on. So this knee joint is the joint that we're working on. So we want to contract the tissues on either side of the knee joint in its end range of motion to work on opening up that joint more. So what we're going to do is in this position, for pails and rails, this is getting a little technical. I don't care if you implement this with strategy. As long as you're holding this stretch and noodling around, it's going to help. But we want to apply the contract and relax method, which really is contracting the quad and then the hamstring. So what you're going to do from here, just hear me out and then you'll implement it. You're going to fire the quad and try to kick your foot down into the bench like you're trying to break the bench in half. You're going to do that for 10 seconds. And then you're going to, without changing any position in your body, try to lift your foot off the bench and fire the hamstring. And that's going to get you real crampy back there in the hamstring. But we're working hamstring, quad, push down, pull up, push down, pull up. You're going to do 3 10-second rounds. So it'd be 10 on, 20 seconds, 3 times, 1 minute to get through. We're going to start in 10 seconds. I'm just going to put you on the clock up there. You can use your phone for this too if you want to get fancy. 5, 4. We're going to start by slowly building up with a kick down. 10% kicking into the bench, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 for 3, 2, 1. Everything stays the same. Lift off. You're not going anywhere because an isometric, but you fire the hamstring with the intent to lift off for another 3, 2, 1. Slowly build back down into the bench. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80% for 3, 2, 1. Fire right off the bench, trying to lift that foot. Hamstring contracted. Core is tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more each. We're going to slowly build. 10, 20, 30, 40. Lots of quad. Breaking that bench in half. 3, 2, 1. Rails. Pull the lift. Pull the foot up. Trying to lift the heel. Squeezing the hamstring. We've got another 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in the position and just relax into the stretch now. One of the most effective ways to signal to the nervous system, hey, I want more space here. You go into that space and contract like a motherfucker, and the nervous system goes, oh shit, he's going to use that. He wants that. Let's clear some space out. Let's open up that space and let's make those tissues more resilient so they can withstand the high levels of force that he's inputting into that space. So the magic rule of thumb to think about is minute passive, minute of 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then another minute passive on the backside.
Switch legs.
Yeah, we're about 15 seconds away from that last.
Oh, I see a minute on the backside.
Yep. We want to
So
reinforce
I see.
that post sensation. We want to sink into that and allow the nervous system to acclimate to the new space we just created.
Yes.
Okay, same thing other side. We'll spend a minute just noodling, stretching, squeezing, lifting, playing around, getting comfortable, and then we'll go down, up, down, up, down, up, and then we'll hang out 1 more minute. We'll implement this same strategy with the 90-90 at a point as well. I just wanted to start nice and easy with you on the 90-90 so you could start noodling into it. This is one of the best. In my opinion, 95% of the population should be doing this damn near every day. If you went to school from kindergarten to high school or college, you've adapted a biomechanics structure that is asymmetrical due to sitting, and this is like the cure to sitting right here, this position.
Yeah, it's really difficult for me in the non-stretch side.
Yeah.
all of this is just
Cranky.
cramping.
And you know, it's interesting, you can even see there's a pelvic tilt, anterior and lateral. Because that stuff's so tight, it's yanking your pelvis over that way, so it's shortening these tissues up, which is why they're getting crampy. But that's fine. It just is like, damn, it's good thing we're addressing it, you know? 10 seconds until we start. You're gonna kick down first, then lift up. And we'll do that 3 times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow build on the way down. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 for 3, 2, 1, and then a quick lift up. Yep, perfect. Hold those abs in, don't let the ribs lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slow build back to pails. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80% for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rails, perfect. Hamstring cramping, getting in there. Another 5, 2, 1. Last one, build slow pails. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Lots of quad, lots of glute. Firing down for 2, 1, and rails, lift up. Good. Squeeze, lift, hold. Squeeze, lift, hold. See if we can get a piece of paper under that foot. 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax the system. Pause here for 1 more minute. These, in my opinion, are one of the fastest ways. You should notice change getting up out of this just from doing that one time. You should notice more mobility in the hips, and especially practice consistently for a few weeks. These isometric end range isometrics are no joke. They really open stuff up.
What time is it?
Hmm?
What time is it, Jay?
We're doing pretty good on time, actually. I want to say it's probably like 10:05. 9:59.
Okay, cool.
You gotta be out of
I
here.
have- I do. I have a really important 11 o'clock meeting, so.
Okay, cool. What time you want to hard cut take off? 10:25, or are we good for 10:30?
I'd say
10:25.
10:20.